Suzanne Pleshette was considered one of the sweetest actresses ever to grace our screens. But when her second husband, Thomas Joseph Gallagher, died, she was accused of praying for that day to happen because of the next step she took. But what could she have done to make people think she's been praying for her loving husband to die? And was it true she cheated on her first husband, Troy Donahue, with co-star Glenn Ford? This is the entire story of Suzanne Pleshette. Suzanne Pleshette was born on January 31, 1937, to Jewish parents who worked as stage performers. Her mother was a dancer and her father was a theater manager who would later become a network executive, so it was really easy for Pleshette to learn the family business. Growing up around entertainers influenced her, and soon all she wanted to do was perform in front of an audience. Her parents gave her what she wanted when they enrolled her in Manhattan's High School of Performing Arts. Suzanne graduated well, but her parents still had a condition for her if she ever wanted to act. She was to submit under acting teacher Sanford Meisner. Pleshette agreed, and so Meisner became her mentor until she turned 20. Pleshette's career officially began after her 20th birthday, when she made her Broadway debut in Meyer Levin's 1957 play Compulsion. Then, the following year, she was seen in the debut of The Cold Winter and the Warm at the Shubert Theater in Connecticut. These were great, but Pleshette knew that if she was ever going to match up with her parents' legacy, she needed to do something different. So she kept her energy up, and with even more successful performances, she found her shine in Alfred Hitchcock's suspense film The Birds. Immediately after The Birds, Suzanne was cast in 40 Pounds of Trouble, a comedy film that also featured Tony Curtis and Phil Silvers. What this feature did for her was to set her up for her first Laurel Award nomination, which came after her performance in the romantic comedy film If It's Tuesday, This Must Be Belgium. Pleshette's screen debut was in an episode of the CBS television series Harbor Master, which also featured Barry Sullivan and Paul Burke. Then she continued to have minor roles in shows like Naked City, Gunsmoke, Ben Casey, Riverboat, and many others. Sometime in May 1971, TV producers observed intense chemistry between Suzanne and Johnny Carson after she made an appearance on his talk show. This ultimately led to her big break, as they would cast her as the wife of Newhart's character on the popular CBS sitcom The Bob Newhart Show. Pleshette found fame playing wife to Robert Hartley in The Bob Newhart Show. Fans couldn't help but adore and appreciate such natural chemistry between the two stars, but in a 1976 interview, Suzanne mistakenly revealed that there might be more to what we know. According to the actress, she had the best time playing Emily, wife to Newhart's character, and it was all because she wasn't faking what she felt for the actor. She said, "I think we have a terrific marriage. Our feelings about each other are mature and we appreciate each other as human beings." A few fans misread this, and soon rumors about a secret romance started in the industry, and it was continually fueled by Pleshette and Newhart's silence. None of them were ever bold enough to clear the air on these speculations, and so they continued. The only thing Suzanne ever said again about her off-screen relationship with Newhart was that it was not as easy as many believed it was. Speaking to Tampa Bay Times in 1976, Pleshette revealed that during the show's early days, she had troubles with Newhart, her character, and the scriptwriters. According to her, the show executives insisted that her character, Emily, was to be portrayed as younger than she actually was, and she had to fight so hard against this. In the beginning, the writers concentrated on the domestic side of Emily's life with little concern about her career as a school teacher, Pleshette said. They were also reluctant to inject Susanisms, but now I can pretty much play myself. I'm the more outgoing, more demonstrative half of the couple. Concluding the interview, Suzanne confessed that although she had many reservations about Emily and the Bob Newhart Show, she doesn't regret her time on the show. She went further to explain that she believed that marriage made a comeback due to people's love and interest in the Bob Newhart Show. "In my own generation, if you weren't married by the time you were 21, it was old maid time. Most people I know are on their second marriage, and those are happy ones, because husband and wife know why they are getting married," Suzanne Pleshette. During her time on the show, Suzanne was nominated twice for Outstanding Lead Actress at the Primetime Emmy Awards. She continued in the show for all 6 seasons, and this is still one of her most celebrated appearances. After this, the next big thing for Suzanne happened on the set of the TV movie Leona Helmsley, The Queen of Mean. While her performance attracted a lot of criticisms, Pleshette found herself right where she had been praying for. Her performance was rewarded with another Emmy Award Lead Actress nomination, but unfortunately, this was the highest she would ever go. After this, Suzanne kept struggling to climb her way back to the spotlight, but she just couldn't catch a break. But the actress was determined to keep trying, and the only thing that was brutal enough to stop her was the cancer that took her life. But before cancer took her life, she had the toughest time with something else she truly yearned for: a happy marriage. Pleshette wasn't one to hide the way she felt about happily ever afters, but unfortunately, her best marriages were going to be only the scripted ones. All through her life, she kept trying to make the men she loved not cheat on her. And when that would eventually happen, death came in and stole her joy. Her first marriage was to American actor Troy Donahue. This was arguably her most publicized romance, and it only lasted for 6 months. Troy was the heartthrob of the 60s. With his endearing looks and charming personality, he easily garnered a dedicated fanbase for himself. He met Pleshette for the first time on the set of the 1962 romantic drama film Rome Adventure. Their on-screen chemistry quickly translated to a real-life steamy romance, and it wouldn't be long now before Suzanne would want to make things more permanent with the actor. So in 1964, she said yes to him, and he walked her down the aisle. Unfortunately, this proved to be one of the biggest regrets of her life. 6 months into their marriage, and Suzanne called it quits. Fans were bewildered. Everyone wondered what could have possibly gone wrong so fast in what the media portrayed as a match made in heaven. While neither Pleshette or Donahue had anything to say about the real reason for their separation, a few insiders in their romance were going to drop their theories. Troy was first accused of keeping a secret romance with actress Connie Stevens all through his marriage with Suzanne Pleshette. The divorce only happened when she got tired of tolerating them. Pleshette, too, wouldn't go scot-free. There were also persistent speculations that she once shared her marital bed with actor Glenn Ford. Another rumor, and probably the most accepted, was that the couple had conflicting lifestyles and tastes. Reportedly, Suzanne was the type of wife who enjoyed a traditional household of wealth. She always looked forward to candlelit champagne dinners with the man she loved at the end of a hard day. But Troy was different. He loved to skip the rules. He preferred eating in informal settings dressed in his favorite beachwear. Then there were rumors that Suzanne didn't really like Troy's friends, which can always strain a marriage. However, Pleshette would come forward to confess that she holds no grudge against her ex-husband. She said, "Troy was a sweet, good man. We were just never destined to be married. We didn't have the same values, but I'm not bitter. He taught me how to laugh." Donahue tried marriage 3 more times after this one, but sadly, none of them was able to bring him the satisfaction he most desperately desired. In the end, he struggled with alcoholism and financial troubles until his name became forgettable in the industry. Suzanne, on the other hand, didn't have much to brag about in her love life also. 4 years after her divorce, she tied the knot with oilman Thomas Joseph Gallagher. Their marriage was blessed, and Suzanne enjoyed her longest-lasting union. Unfortunately, in 2000, 32 years after she said "I do," Pleshette lost her second husband after a long battle with lung cancer and E. coli. Many people found it weird, but a few months after her husband's death, Suzanne got married again to Newhart cast member Tom Poston. According to Pleshette, the only reason she did it was because she had always nurtured affection for Poston, even years before she met her second husband, Thomas. Their chemistry was traced back to the first time they shared the screen together in the 1959 Broadway comedy Golden Fleecing. And all through the years, they married others but remained friends. Losing their partners 40 years later brought them together, and they decided to give their love a shot. And it was worth it. The couple remained together until Poston's death from respiratory failure in 2007. This was heartbreaking for Suzanne, but unfortunately, she had no time to mourn the death of her husband as she too was fighting for her life. She died a year later, and throughout her illustrious unions, she never had any children. Why? Well, Suzanne was involved with many men all through her life and career, and it was generally believed that it was her choice not to nurture a child until she revealed the truth in an October 2000 interview. And the truth is that she wanted it, but she just couldn't have it. In fact, in that same interview, she revealed that during her marriage with Gallagher, she suffered a painful miscarriage, and that was enough to convince her that childlessness was life's punishment for her. She said, "I certainly would have liked to have had Tommy's children, but my nurturing instincts are fulfilled in other ways. I have a large extended family. I'm the mother on every set, so if this is my particular karma, that's fine." Another interesting truth about Suzanne Pleshette is that she hated most of the roles that made her popular. She revealed that while she enjoyed playing the role of a wife, she wished that she had more opportunities to explore other characters. Suzanne blamed her looks and voice for being the reason why she was often typecast as a villain. Her long dark hair and her deep voice easily convinced producers to have her play their coldest character. The actress went further to complain that even when she was featured in romantic films and shows, she still didn't get what she wanted. "I rarely got the man at the end of the movie," she said, "or if I did, he died in my arms." And speaking of death, on August 11, 2006, Pleshette's agent Joel Dean announced that the actress had been diagnosed with lung cancer and was currently undergoing treatment at a specialist hospital in Los Angeles. 3 days later, another report made rounds on the internet that the cancer on Suzanne's lungs was the size of a grain of sand when it was found, and so it was very likely that she was going to survive. However, just weeks before she would be discharged, Pleshette caught a pulmonary infection which caused her to remain at the hospital for an extended period of time. We all knew that things were not looking so good when the actress appeared at the 2007 Bob Newhart Show cast reunion in a wheelchair. Many fans voiced out their concerns, but Suzanne insisted that she was cancer-free. She further explained that she was discharged 4 days earlier from the hospital where parts of her lungs were removed. Suzanne Pleshette died 3 months after this on January 19, 2008. She was 71 years old, and her remains were buried close to her third husband, Tom Poston. Pleshette's legacy lives on in the industry today as a talented and versatile actress who never failed to leave a shine wherever she went. She is most fondly remembered for her comedic timing, acting skills, and warm personality. That's it! If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos of beautiful actresses from the yesteryears on the end screen below. As always, thanks for watching.